off of Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scores!
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him! Wow! Edwards pulls up and buries the flag!
What is up, all? Welcome into Friday's edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratino. Sorry, camera, trying to get you seasick. I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. And you know that, but yes, artists formerly known as the Twitter. You can see the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You can also go to my IG. Yes, you can go to IG, by the way, Michael.Caratino.5. That hasn't changed. I wasn't looking at that. Don't worry. Michael.Caratino.5. And you know this, my Pitchfork Lunchers. You know this. You can also go to YouTube. And anything you have missed on the good old YouTube, guess what? You can go back and binge watch it. But I suggest you watch live on YouTube as well, if you're able to watch. And then subscribe to my channel as well. So you go to YouTube, you see my name, Michael Caratino, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Guys, you've missed a ton of awesome conversations. Some call them interviews. We call them I call them conversations because, again, just, yes, you know, I call them conversations due to the fact that, again, yes, it's an interview, but a lot of people, some have been lucky enough, some guests have become friends of the show, had them on more than once. So it's awesome. So go to YouTube. It's at, like I said, at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Because, like I said, you can catch up on all those. Plus last season, you missed a ton, man. You missed a ton. And we're going to just keep getting more players, more coaches, everything. And again, next week should be very interesting as well. So that being said, if you are unable to watch, and a lot of you, my daily Pitchfork Lunchers, forks up to you, you know that. You can listen now to Pitchfork Lunch. Been able to listen for a while on the best internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. All you have to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Click list, page will pop up. Click listen live, hit play, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Bam, there's Pitchfork Lunch. So again, Sun Devil content, man. All ups to Casual E, wanting more Sun Devil content, inviting us in. So stoked to be a part of the Casual Sports Radio Network family. But while you're there, guys, subscribe to their socials at KSRN, because again, Sun Devil content. But you talk about content, comprehensive coverage of teams. The Suns, again. Are we going to get Jimmy Butler? Or are they not? This madness of this insanity of trading just draft picks, which I guess teams could always do. Swapping it on draft day is one thing, or right before draft day, but at the trade deadline, very, very interesting. So that being said, but the Suns, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Mercury, Casual E has got you covered there. So again, go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen, or when the page pops up, click listen live, and go from there. And you can hear Pitchfork Lunch live every day. You're driving to meet your friends again. I want you to watch. Don't drive and watch. Yes, I know. Those of you watching, you're like, he didn't forget. Yes, please pay attention to the road. You are much smarter than that to not pay attention to the road. So you can stream it through your Bluetooth, again, www.ksrnaz.com. You're driving around, or you're not eating lunch exactly at 12, but you're going to meet your friends for lunch. Bam. Works out quite well for you. And then when you get there, you can just keep listening. Or, again, you have avenues to pop it up. So, again, we got you covered, though, but so stoked to be part of the Casual Sports Radio Network family. All right, so I got to get some other things situated. We are going to talk hockey. Big weekend for hockey. Big weekend for hoops as well. Alumni weekend on the women's side. The men taking on number 3 Iowa State. It's here. It's going to be in Tempe at Desert Financial Arena. Guys, again, huge weekend. Hockey. They are in the pairwise. They are climbing the pairwise, my peeps, and I gave you those the other day. As they take on Colorado College. They've won 10. The Devils have won 10 of their last 11 games. Coach Powers again just has, this team. And last week was the first time, last weekend's series was the first time that they actually had everybody healthy and available. So, and they've been doing this. They won 10 of 11. It's just insane. So, they have Colorado College tonight, tomorrow night, Mullet Arena. Get on out. To that basketball. You could have a phenomenal Saturday at in Tempe. Men play at noon. Men's hoops, number 3 Iowa State at noon. The women play at 4. They take on Cincinnati. Obviously, it does a financial because hockey's here. We get that. And then the hockey game starts at 5. So again, you can overlap a little bit, but phenomenal day in Tempe for you. And again, Pitchfork Lunchers, why would you not want to be here? So again, but I got to get something situated real quick. We're going to go to break, but when we get back, again, jump into more hockey. Don't forget. Totally jumping into hockey, and going from there. I know I had a homework assignment with the stats. I got to tell you guys a story because it totally annoyed me yesterday. But something, whatever, it happened. But I'll tell you the story, but we'll talk a ton of hockey. So we'll step aside and have much more Pitchfork Lunch coming up on the other side.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, you guys that are listening, take two. Oh, man, what a morning. What an afternoon. You guys that are listening on KSRN are listening on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. Big ups to Casual E for inviting Pitchfork Lunch in to get that Sun Devil content mojo going. And by the way, man, and it's been a minute. I know I did you did the pregame for the Kansas game. I got it out really early to Mountain America Stadium, home of the Sun Devils, and did that pregame show. And Casual E said, man, a lot of you jumped in. He jumped in on the I streamed it as well, but I mean, you could watch as well, but if you were driving to the game, but yeah, had a lot of fun with that. So again, shout out to everybody there on listening on KSRN. Again, hit me up in the comments, man. Send some comments at Diablo00 on X. Again, don't forget about that. At Diablo00 on X, artist only known as the Twitter, my IG, Michael.Caratino.5, plus the YouTube channel, guys. Again, you see my Michael Caratino, go to YouTube, but it's at Evans and Michael V's and Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away because you have missed a ton. But let's get to hockey, my friends, because the Sun Devils are Sun Devils. Coach Powers, man, has done a phenomenal job. And look, we aiming, if not next week, we will have Coach Powers on in the next few weeks, but aiming to have him on next week. So got to work that out so we can go from there. But this team is 11th. They're ranked 11. And guys, I mean, Colorado College, who again got them early in the season, and again, he's not healthy or not. Like, this team again had its, we saw the talent, even with the guys that were out there. Yes, did it make a difference in the lines? Hockey lovers, we know this. Yes, we know this. And side note, real quick, I gotta say, I love the fact that both my Devils, Sun Devils and New Jersey Devils, are just crushing it, baby. But nonetheless, for the Sun Devils, very, very stoked about that. But yeah, when they took on Colorado College, that was back on November 8th and 9th, Friday and Saturday, November 8th and 9th. They lost 4-3 in overtime in Colorado Springs. And then they lost 3-1. Colorado College scored an empty netter. But they did get the 1 point there, losing in overtime. But at the same time, it's, and on the road. So Colorado College defended their home ice, as we would say. But then you look after that, they dropped, because the way they opened up the season, and we all know this, I mean, 8 goals their first game, 8-1, they beat Air Force. And then they turn around, lose to Air Force 4-3 in overtime. And then Michigan came to town same weekend that Utah was here for football, my friends. And yes, I know a lot of you guys saw a lot, but it was doing Friday was the Olympic luncheon. Honor Olympians, not just the most recent Olympians, but like all of like Sun Devil Olympians throughout the years, which, as you guys know, a ton. And look, I'm going to bring you those conversations because, again, I got those interviews, and again, so much obviously been going on with stuff, but yeah, don't worry, I got some good ones for you. And just again, want to give them their due, which I know you guys on this, obviously they deserve that. But yeah, so Michigan was here and they lost 4-1 on Friday night, and then they tied 3-3. They did win in a shootout, although it doesn't count for a point, but they did tie 3-3, getting a point there against number 10 Michigan at the time, which is phenomenal. But then they went to Providence and lost 4-1 and 2-1. But then they went to Northern Michigan, and they beat Northern Michigan 3-1, got an empty netter there, and 2-0, empty netter both nights. Then the Colorado College games, like I talked about, dropping both of those. And then Omaha, they lost the first game to Omaha here in Tempe, and then they turn around and after they lost, after the sweep of Northern Michigan, they had 3 losses in a row. Then they beat Omaha in the Saturday game at Mullet Arena 3-2. And that win sparked the huge win streak. The 8-game win streak, technically 10, but because of the U.S., the U.S. national team development, their exhibition. So it's not on their record, but I mean, they played the games. They won 10 games in a row, but as per their non-exhibition games, as you guys all know, but they win 8 in a row. But yeah, like Omaha. So they win the second game 3-2. Then they go to number 1 Denver, number 1, and they beat them 3-2 and 5-2. Like, guys, that's again, and they jumped hugely in the pairwise after that. But they but how did they respond? Not allergic to success. Like, I had a great coach, Hall of Fame coach, Joe Kirsting. You've had him on the program. Tell me, teams can literally become allergic to success. And, how you handle it is one thing, not just, being lax, but like, are you allergic to success? So, but after sweeping number 1 Denver, they host Minnesota Duluth. They win 5-3, get an empty netter there, and then 3-2 in overtime. And then, like I said, the U.S. national team development squad, they won 4-3 and 1-0. And then when they hosted the Desert Hockey Classic, obviously here at Desert Financial Arena, when they hosted the Desert Hockey Classic, they beat Robert Morris 7-3, and then they turn around and beat number 16 Cornell 4-0. Boom. Come out of that, you take on North Dakota here in Tempe. They won the first game 4-1. They were 28 seconds away from sweeping number 14 North Dakota. But North Dakota got a goal, and then North Dakota gets a goal in overtime, wins 4-3. I'm not laughing because it's just one of those things where, again, hockey, everybody gets, those that aren't familiar, I shouldn't say everybody, and a lot of you are, so I'm not talking down to anybody, unless you're a fan of that team down south, and I'll if you need me, hit me up in the comments. I can go slower for you. That was for my guy, Loton. But when you look at, like, they're 28 seconds away, and you can pull the goalie, get the extra skater, and look, you're going to be under pressure, and it's obviously like being on a power play. But yeah, they get the goal and take that momentum, and they get the overtime goal, and then they're the number 14 team in the country, so inevitably, guess what? They're going to fight, especially coming off a 4-1 loss. But then the Devils turn around right after that last weekend and go to St. Cloud State in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And they win 6-3 and 5-3. Bam. So, yeah, 10 out of 11 games they have won. And now number 19, again, the NCHC, again, best conference. And I know in other sports I say, there is no best conference top and bottom. But with this hockey the way it is, like, and you see their schedules and what these teams have all done, well, and with even before ASU was there, if you looked at their schedules, just go back. You know what? If you guys got a minute after the show, not right now, please hang out with me. Let's have some fun. But they take on they beat St. Cloud State, like I said, 6-3 and 5-3, and now Colorado College here tonight, 7 p.m. tonight, and then tomorrow at 5 p.m. Like I already told you tomorrow, huge day. Huge, obviously huge. Well, that's one thing we can talk about. Not today, but listing every single men's Division I hockey champion since 1948. It's right after World War II. Power play percentage, that ASU is number 9 in the country. They've had 19 power play goals on 71 power play attempts, which is 26.8%. It's about 27%. You know who number 1 is, by the way? Denver. Yeah, they've had 26 power play goals. Again, that is, the most in the country. 26 power play goals on 80 attempts, 33% for Denver. But yeah, it's very and then for let's see, assists per game individually. Anybody? Oh, Noah Beck, ASU, 0.82 assists per game. He leads the. Oh no, sorry, Lucas Sillinger. I'm like, wait, where's Lucas Sillinger? Actually, Beck has more. Sillinger has 17 assists in 20 games, 0.85, but Noah Beck has 18 for the Devils, 0.82, and that's the number 9. He's number 10 in the country. Lucas Sillinger, number 7. Let's see, goals per game. I saw some. Ryan Kerwin, 14 goals this season, so it's 0.64 goals per game. 14 goals in 22 games for Ryan. And let's see, I could have swore that. Okay, my notes are crazy, guys, but I could have swore there's another Devil in the top 50, but maybe I was just looking at NCHC and not the top 50 in the country. Could be that too. But again, he's tied for 6th in the country. So that is, again, let's see, goalie wing percentage. Gibson Homer for our Sun Devils is at 650. He's won 6, lost 3, tied 1. And he is number 19 in the country. And Luka Pavic is actually number 28 in the country, he's won 7, lost 5. So he's at 583. So again, both goalies can get into a rhythm. And Coach Paris, talked about that. We saw it, with TJ Sentenfelter last year, and obviously Gibson Homer, guys. So again, this hockey team, if you haven't been out, I don't know what you're waiting for, but tonight you definitely have the chance to get on out there. As again, 7 p.m. Mullet Arena tonight, and then tomorrow, like I said, Saturday at 5 p.m. So that is what hockey is, where hockey's at. And like I said, this They're so fun to watch. And you have to again, like I said, I know you guys think I said about all coaches. Each sport is different, but like just in talking, like Coach Power's demeanor and like what he can do. But yeah, you look at like I said, Ryan. Yeah, Kerwin has 14 goals, like I was saying. Yeah, he's got 14 goals, and he leads the team with 14. But Artem Slane has 9 goals, flirting with double digits there. Also, I mean, look at Bennett Shimmick at 8. Colin Potter, freshman, also at 8. So yeah, both Ty and Dylan Jackson have 5 goals apiece. Kyle Smolin has 6. But yeah, I mean, it's a team, and you look at assists wise, like I said, Noah Beck with 18 assists leads the team. Lucas Sillinger has 17. Kyle Smolin has 13. So I mean, yeah, and even Ryan Kerwin, who's got these team like 14 goals, he's got 7 assists. So it's, I mean, the team, the pace and the flow. That is one thing about hockey. You can always say, oh, they just dump it in and try and see if they can and get it out and all of that. Like, it's a little more than that. And I know not you guys, not my pitchfork lunchers, but I'm just saying when you hear certain stuff, it cracks me up because it's one of those things where now that they're healthy and number 11, like, man, they're as a hockey term, and you want to see it in hockey, right? They are cracking skulls, my friends. And yeah, definitely want to see that. So very, very exciting. Like I said, tonight, 7 p.m., Colorado College. Tomorrow night, Colorado College as well, but at 5 p.m. So, but hey, we're going to take a quick break, reset, let you think about hockey. Any hockey questions, again, hit me up in the comments, man. Feel free. Anything I haven't thought of, believe me, you can hit me up and ask questions. And, even though gosh knows throughout school, years of school, and even, broadcasting, I may have asked some, ridiculous sort of questions that are like, what are you thinking? But again, like I always said, the dumbest questions are the ones that are not asked. So anyway, hit me up in the comments, hit me up on X, artist formerly known as Twitter, at Diablo00. But hit me up in the comments of the show. Let me what you think. But we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna talk ASU men's hoops, man. Talking about freshmen and Jaden Quaintance, man, just a stat monster. Look at, oh yeah, big shout out. Obviously, it's Friday. That's why we got our Pats run always. Tillman forever. Yeah, a stats monster, but that's because he can fill it up, guys. Because why? He is absolutely crushing it, getting better and better, more comfortable. And again, at 17, start getting stronger, start going into it. But we'll talk about that on the inside. Plus, on the women's side, they have alumni weekend, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I know Promise and Mukamara will be back here. Brianne January will be back here, amongst others. So step aside real quick, and more Pitchfork Punch coming up.
painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird gang. I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relay that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, you are listening to the best internet radio station on the web. For those checking Pitchfork Lunch Out on the Casual Sports Radio Network, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X. The artist really don't has Twitter, and listen for you on the way back in. Yep, BJ Freeman again. Let's that is for those listening on KSRN, you could hear that. But yeah, this young man again, a little bit banged up against West Virginia, came back in the game, played against Cincinnati as the Devils again got that win against West Virginia. Sorry, got banged up against Cincinnati, played against West Virginia, but we came back in the game, and then yeah, banged up against Cincinnati, fell short, but was there for West Virginia. They beat 23rd ranked West Virginia. Now, hey, B1 ranked, top 25 ranked team. Can we make it two? Can we make it two? Because look, the way BJ Freeman's been playing too. I know I mentioned Jaden Quings, and again, I'm not going to go away from that as I talk about that. But 11-7 overall for the Devils, 2-5 in conference. All right, got to pick it up. It's Big 12. Coach said it'd be tough, and it again, it's lived up to its. It's lived up to its, I guess you could say its mystique, maybe in a way. but I won't even say hype because what did Booby Miles say in Friday Night Lights? Hype's not real. The Big 12 is real. No, but 11-7 overall for that was 2-5 in conference play. Like I said, they won one. They're 5-2 at home though. So again, you like that 1-4 away. All right, you want to, and again, it is one game at a time. There's a lot of hoops left, but you want to start making your case for a tournament. The tournament, and not be in the play-in. You gotta get a few more on the road. But they did get that first road win at West Virginia, so that 23rd ranked West Virginia. So it's like bonus point. And they have number 3 Iowa coming here, and then Tuesday they will be in Boulder taking on the Buffaloes. But yeah, I mean, Jaden Quaintance, I talked about this, and guys, I mean, you look at an ASU team that's averaging 74.2 points per game, and their opponents are under that. They're at 71.5. So, I mean, it's it's obviously the name of the game, right? But how they're getting hoops, and again, it's the ball moving, and Coach Hurley's talked about that, guys. We've seen it, but what PJ Freeman can do when he gets rolling. I mean, this young man is averaging. He leads the team 13.2 points a game. Josan Sannon, who again has been out, and we'll see if he is in at all. Today, or tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow. I'm not going to mess with you guys like that. Again, it is tomorrow at noon. But for Jaden Quaintance, sorry guys, for Jaden Quaintance, I was going to say, you look at what this young man has, he's played 18 games, started in all 18. Coach, hey, baptism by fire, right? And again, you have the talent and stuff. And yeah, you're 17. You can say 17 or not. College freshman, get out there. Yeah, it's going to be outside of nerves. Might get pushed around a little bit, and some things like, oh, this didn't happen in high school. But for Jaden Quaintance, I mean, he started 18 games. He's averaging 32.1 minutes a game. He's made 78 of 147 field goals, 53%. You'll take that. He's 3 for 22 from 3, which is 13%. But he can shoot 3, and that's one thing about Coach really said. It's like, he's eating when he's banging around down low, getting the dunks, hit that little free throw, mid-range but free throw on in jumper. But the defense, the length that he plays with, and just the reaction as well, closing out the 3-point line, but just changing shots down low. And that's all you really have to do. At the higher the levels you get up, and you guys know this, and I say this all the time, but the higher levels you get up, you just got to change a guy's shot just a little bit. If you can't shoot it in complete rhythm, and yeah, a lot of players obviously can hit shots not in rhythm, but Quaintance makes that very tough. So, free throw line definitely needs to improve, but 27 to 55, so he's at 49%. He's averaging 10.3 a game, and you like that. And rebounds-wise, he has 159 rebounds, 59 offensively, which, yes, I know you guys know 100 defensively, but 159 rebounds. So he's averaging 10.3 points, 8.8 boards, so almost averaging a double-double. He's got 32 assists on the season. He's turned the ball over 39 times, but 21 steals, which is awesome. But guys, 57 blocks. 57 blocks. And I want to say, guys, I think I think he's first. He's tops in the nation. No, sorry. There's the 7'3" center, Gabe Dines. I have to get pronunciation on it, but Gabe Dines is from Youngstown State. He has 67 blocks on the season. 7'3" sophomore, but the 6'9" freshman Jaden Quaintance has 57 in 18 games, and Dines has 67 in 21. So 3 more games. What was I going to say? But yeah, so you look at that. I mean, 57 blocks. In 18 games. So that's 3.16 blocks per game. So I mean, yeah, that's huge. So I mean, and like I said, that's basically, that's possibly 6 points per game that the other team's not scoring. And when you're getting into these close battles, I know I'm overstating the obvious, my friends, but when you're getting in these close battles, that's what does it. So again, tomorrow noon, number 3 Iowa State here. Number 3 Iowa State noon. Desert Financial Arena. On the women's side, like I said, it is, and that game is at 4 p.m. tomorrow. As they take on Cincinnati. And yes, just having the tough 30-point loss to 16th ranked West Virginia. I get it, guys. They're 8-12 now, 2-6 in conference play. They are 5-4 at home, 1-6 away. But they are looking to. And by the way, it's National Girls and Women in Sports game. But yes, there will also be with the alumni weekend. Like I know, I promise Amukamara will be here. Brianne January will be here. Brianne January will be here. But yeah, this is a team again. We'll see Ty Skinner bouncing back. Just talk about the other night, guys. Again, it was a tough game. And look, West Virginia pressures, and they had a hell of a first quarter. Don't need to go back down that road again. But I will say this: taking on Cincinnati, because Cincinnati, by the way, is by the way, tennis is getting going this weekend too. Real quick, I just thought of something. Tennis is getting going this weekend. Cincinnati's 11-6. They're 3-4 in conference play, 7-2 at home, but 3-3 on the road. So that, my friends, very interesting. Their last game, they fell to the team down south on Wednesday, 72-62. So that is where Cincinnati is at. But yeah, I mean, again, get on out here as National Girls and Women in Sports game, and there'll be a lot of alumni here, events going on. So get on out to it. I mean, like I said, this team, I know they're not winning. Again, what do I say, guys? Pitchfork Lunchers. I know everything's not all rainbows and unicorns, but I will say this: women's hoops wise, like you can, like it is growing and growing, and it's one of those things where they can definitely the offense, again, it's flowing, but it's got to be 40-minute consistent. It's, as close to that as possible. You can't have those 28-9 quarters, or just single-digit quarters just in general. But it's not that the fight's not there. Don't kid yourself. So, and it looks a lot smoother than last season as well. So, get on out to hockey tonight, guys. That is going to do it, man. I am so stoked you guys were able to join me here today on Pitchfork Lunch. Again, next week, some guests. Going to work it out, get it scheduled, get it rocking. But more guests next week, some coaches, maybe some players too. We shall see. You got some stuff in the works. You know that. We're devils. But yes, have a great rest of your Friday. Have a phenomenal weekend. Again, tomorrow, noon, men's hoops, 4, women's hoops, 5, hockey, all here in Tempe and about, 300 feet away from each other. So maybe 500 feet. I don't know. What's the distance between Desert Financial and Mole Arena? But it's not that far. It's all in the same parking lot. How about that? But yes, everybody have a phenomenal rest of your weekend. And yes, you guys know, hashtag our state, thanks to Big 12 Champs Women's Volleyball, who rocks it. And you know it, as always, Forks out.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Blaine Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow!
Edwards pulls up and buries a flag.
Shot for